What's up, squad? It's your Squid, aka the Anxious Squid, here at Anxious Squid Productions. These guys are my patrons. If you want to become a patron of mine, the link's in the description. If you don't know what Patreon is, go and click that link. You'll be able to find out. If you don't want to give me money on a monthly basis, but you do want to support the channel, you could buy my merch. I like money. Turning some of your money into mine would be ideal. That way you get stuff. Patreon, you get stuff as well, but it's a little bit, different. Anyway, this video I'm going to be reacting to the general story of the Houston Astros scandal. I don't really understand it. I know that they cheated by banging trash cans and stuff, but other than that, I don't understand the whole gist of it. So we're going to watch a video on that, and, well, I'm going to watch 2 videos on that and react to it. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, do me a solid, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. Thanks for clicking on the title or the thumbnail, whichever led you here, guys. Let's get straight into it, though, because, as I said, I have 2 videos, and I want to see what they both say.
Hey guys, this week's video is about the Astros scandal. The Astros were one of the better teams in baseball in the late 2010s. They won their division 3 years in a row from 2017 to 2019, and won the World Series in 2017, beating the Dodgers. They made it to the World Series again in 2019, losing to the Nationals. But after the season was over on November 12th, 2019, former Astros pitcher Mike Fairs told The Athletic that the team was stealing signs during their championship season in 2017. 2 days later, the MLB opened an investigation on the Astros. Baseball teams have been stealing signs for many years. They generally do it by finding a pitcher who's tipping the pitchers or something similar, which is not against the rules, but the line gets crossed when there's technology involved.
Why?
The Astros apparently use cameras in center field and other devices to help them, which is clearly against Major League Baseball rules.
Alright, that's interesting.
After the investigation, they found that the Astros...
Why is it okay for a bloke to be standing there at second base, or like behind second base all the way back there, right, with a pair of binoculars and a walkie-talkie, but not a camera? I don't understand the moral difference in those 2 situations. It's still a person, it's still the team seeing the fucking suit, like, I don't know. Explain that to me if you can in the comments.
Cameras to pick up signals
if it just is, it just is.
Them to monitors in the hallways between the dugout and the clubhouse. Then they relayed them to the batter by making noises such as banging on trash cans. Here's the footage that shows it. They also allegedly wore buzzers under their jerseys. There's a lot of discussion about it, but it's not been confirmed.
Buzzers under their jerseys. The most
video of these accusations is when Jose Altuve hit a walk-off home run against the Yankees in the ALCS, and as he was on his way to home plate, he tells his teammates to not rip off his jersey. This is what Altuve said after the game.
You asked your teammates not to tear your shirt. Why? What's that? Did you ask your teammates not to tear your shirt? Why was that?
I don't know. I'm too shy. Last time they did that, I got in trouble with my wife.
Regardless of whether that is true or not, the Astros sign-stealing program was said to have been started in September of 2016.
Got in trouble with his wife when they took his shirt off. That seems a bit circumspect. Alright.
An intern
or suspect.
Vigoa gave a presentation called The Code Breaker, which was an Excel-based program used to log and decode opposing catcher signals. They would relay them to runners on second base, who would then relay them to the batter through signals.
That's right, right?
In 2017, they added the trash can banging, and they used the system until sometime in the 2018 season. After the scandal broke, the Astros received lots of criticism from fans and other people in the MLB. Mike Bolsinger, who pitched with the Toronto Blue Jays in 2017, filed a lawsuit against the Houston Astros, saying they engaged in unfair business practices and negligence. He also said that he lost his Major League career because of it. In Bolsinger's last Major League outing on August 4th, 2017, he faced the Astros and lasted just a third of an inning, giving up 4 runs on 3 walks and 4 hits. Bolsinger said, "I don't know if I've had a worse outing in my professional career. I remember saying it was like they knew what I was throwing. I felt like I didn't have a chance." Bolsinger was designated.
It was like they knew what I was throwing.
And hasn't pitched in the big league since. After the
That's
MLB
rough.
investigation was over, Astros general manager Jeff Leno and his manager A.J. Hinch were both fired from the Astros, and they were suspended for 1 season by Major League Baseball.
Okay, that makes
Astros were
sense.
fined $5 million and cost their first and second round draft picks for the 2020 and 21 season. Alex Cora left his position as the Red Sox manager after the news broke. He was the Astros bench coach in 2017 and involved in the sign stealing.
Rough. Lost your promotion,
Carlos Beltran, who
bro.
had just been hired as the Mets manager, is another player involved, and he parted ways with the Mets as well after the news broke without managing a game. Some of the other players from the Astros have apologized since the news broke, but are still receiving a lot of criticism from around the league. Many players felt the punishment was not enough and that the Astros may not have won the 2017 World Series if they were not stealing signals.
Yeah, fair enough. That's an assessment to be made. You know, that's a...
Single guy over there needs a beating. It's wrong. I knew about that 2 years ago. What was going on?
Watching their apology yesterday too, there's no sincerity, there's no...
Yeah, no, you're sorry you got caught. You're not sorry you did it.
What do you think? Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you
So we're
next
going to
time.
watch another video on it. It's hopefully going to just autoplay. Hopefully I've teed this up alright. But I don't understand the vitriol, because every single Houston Astros video that I've reacted to, or player that played for them that I reacted to, like, it gets so much heat. The comments on it, like, people fucking hate these guys, right? And I'm going to watch this second video, and then I'll ask the questions that I have to ask, and maybe you can let me know in the comments section. Because, yeah, as an American immigrant, as someone who's new to the country, I don't quite understand the level of vitriol or the level of hatred the Astros have copped in comparison to, say, other teams that have cheated. But we'll get there, and I'll sort of explain what I do and I don't understand after this second video as well.
I'm going to go over a few remarks, and then I'm going to turn it over to our players, followed by some comments from Dusty Baker here.
Lost this for a
Last
second.
month, when MLB announced the penalties to the Houston Astros,
His name's Jim Crane. My under-16s football coach, Aussie Rules, back in Australia, his name was Jim Crane too. Well, he was the assistant coach. He was the assistant coach both years for under-16s. He was the assistant coach of the senior team I went and played for later on as well. Fucking supremely smart tactician in terms of Aussie Rules football, good old Jim Crane. But yeah, anyway.
I issued an apology to our fans and the city of Houston. I want to say again...
Fuck that, like... The city of Houston is having a rough time of it sports-wise at the moment. Not just the Astros scandal. The Rockets have just traded what's-his-name. They're gonna trade... The Texans are gonna trade Deshaun Watson, most likely. Right? Like, it's not been a fun couple of years for Houston sports fans, has it? Like, let's be real. But anyway.
How sorry our team is for what happened.
Miss me with that
I want
shit.
to also repeat that this will never happen again on my watch.
Okay.
MLB clearly stated that people leading the baseball operation and field operation should be held accountable for these actions,
Yeah.
and I agree with them. Our GM and manager were not only suspended for a year, we went above and beyond and fired them. MLB also acknowledged that the players should not be punished for the failure of our leadership.
Of course they fucking should.
The leaders
Anyway.
enabled, condoned, and did not stop those actions that happened.
It's about
I
integrity,
also agree
like...
that our players should not be punished for these actions. These are a great group of guys who did not receive proper guidance from their leaders.
They're full-grown men, though. They're full-grown fucking men, though. They know that cheating's bad. You know that cheating's bad. Like, you deserve a punishment as well. The players should be punished too. But anyway.
We cannot change.
Well, we got poor guidance. You're not a fucking Boy Scout.
But we are fully committed and moving forward in the right way.
Like, fuck.
I believe a big step...
All of these ridiculously affluent fucking millionaire fucking sports players that have signed these contracts to uphold these things, that have gone through it like, oh, they don't deserve to be punished because it was poor, it was an error in leadership. Fuck off. Miss me with that shit.
Is with our new GM and manager. We have two men of great character leading our baseball operation.
Yeah, too bad
James
the person
Click
hiring them wasn't.
And Dusty Baker will help our players and our entire organization deliver a competitive team on the field and continue our commitment to Houston and make them proud off the field. I'm very optimistic about this season. We have a great ball club, and I look forward to talking to you all about the future. Finally, I would like to personally thank all of our fans, sponsors, and the community of Houston for their loyalty and support. I will now turn it over to Alex, who will speak on behalf of the players.
Okay, Alex is going to give a brief statement, followed by Jose Altuve.
Okay. It's interesting.
Thank you, Jim. I have some brief...
Right, so the first one is explaining it, and then this one was the Astros addressing it, and I'll have some things to say at the end of it. There we go.
That I'd like to share with y'all. I'm really sorry about the choices.
Oh, spare me your crocodile tears, cunt. Fuck me, dude.
Team, by the organization, and by me.
The you part should have been first.
And I hope to regain the trust of baseball fans.
Nope. Wonder where he's at now.
I'd like to thank the Astros fans for all of their support. We as a team are totally focused on moving forward to the 2020 season. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen, and thank you, Alex. I also will be brief. We had a great team meeting last night, and I want to say that the whole Astros organization and the team feels bad about what happened in 2017.
Feels bad, like...
Especially feel...
You sound like a fucking scorned elementary school kid. Like, you fucking sound... Like, it sounds like they've been found out not doing their homework or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, neither player so far has given what I would call an appropriate apology for cheating, right? And we'll dive into the weeds about what is cheating, what constitutes cheating, and whether or not you feel like this should be classified as cheating or not. Like, we'll get into all of that after this video, but like in terms of how to make yourself look worse after you've fucked up, that team owner did a bang up job of that, you know, like unaccountable. Yeah, oh, we fired these people, but I'd like to talk about next year, you know, like fucking old mate first, you know, like all of these different people that did the wrong thing, oh, and me. Like at the end, you fucking, we feel really bad, like, miss me with your fucking shitty apologies.
For the impact in our fans and the game of baseball. And our team is determined to move forward, to play with intensity, and to bring back a championship to Houston in 2020. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jose. Thank you, Alex. You guys can head back to the clubhouse. As I said, at 10 o'clock, clubhouse will open to me. You have access to the players. At this time, we'll open up the questions for Jim and Dusty Baker.
Wow.
At this time, Dusty Baker has some remarks to make as well.
Thank you. You've heard from Jim, and you've heard from Alex, and from Jose Altuve, and I just want to say, at that meeting last night, the players showed tremendous remorse and sorrow.
Of course they did. They just got busted.
Embarrassment for their families, the organization, the city of Houston, and for baseball. And I just want to ask for the world, the baseball world, to forgive them for the mistakes that they've made.
A bit of a cop-out, but again, all right.
Looking forward to an excellent season this year in a great town. That's a great baseball town, and we want to bring a championship back. It was kind of a weird situation for me, to have to come into this situation, but I feel that Jim Crane and the Astros
rough for that, like, yeah,
to try to take us forward. I've been through a lot of different changes in my life, and I think a lot of these things prepared me for what we are to encounter this year. I'm excited to be with these guys. You know, they're a great bunch of guys. Like I said, they're together. You know, they love each other. But again, they show tremendous remorse. And I was proud of them on how they acted last night and what we talked about. So I'm closing with that. Am I supposed to take questions now, or I can just sit down?
No,
I'm so glad you're watching ESPN.
Shut up. Yeah, look, I got some things to say, okay? So first of all, I don't understand what the difference is. As I said earlier in the video, the difference between having a guy in deep field or like in the crowd trying to spot the signs versus having a camera. Like, I don't understand the moral difference between having a camera helping you out with a buzzer or whatever and a person looking and shouting or whatever. Like, if you're stealing signs, you're stealing signs, right? And if that's acceptable in some circumstances, it should be acceptable in all of them. If it's not acceptable, then don't do it, obviously. And cheating, once we've established that you are a cheat, and I'm on the fence about whether or not stealing signs is cheating. I'm not a baseball fan. I'm introduced to baseball this year, and it hasn't grabbed me as much as football and hockey has and all that sort of stuff, but I am still trying, you know, to learn about the sport, get into it, because I know it's a big American pastime, and I'm new to America, so I'm trying to get into as many sports as I can. But, like, once you've determined it's cheating, miss me with your bullshit, like, I'm sorry about everything, everyone. Like, this Alex Bregman guy, I hope that, I hope he's not still playing. And if he is still playing, I hope he's still playing for the Astros, because I would refuse to be playing with someone like that. Like, and the Jose Altuve guy, like, I get it. I understand, like, it would be hard to say no to your boss. It would be hard to say no to certain things, you know what I mean? But the buck stops with you. At the end of the day, if you're being strapped up with a fucking buzzer to learn about what he's going to throw before he throws it, like, that's on you, pal. That's not on your failure of leadership. That's not on anyone else. You can say, no, don't put that on me. I'm going to go and play baseball like I have been my whole career. You know what I mean? Like, it's on the players. And that's what, to me, is so shocking, is that, like, the manager and the coach both got the sack. Or the general manager and the guy that manages, like, the two leadership figures both got fired, but none of the players have been punished at all. Like, the players were the ones that were actually doing the cheating, right? What about, also, why are we doing signs at all, right? Like, in cricket, the bowler just fucking bowls the ball. The keeper's got to figure it out just like the batsman does, you know? Like, the catcher's got to figure it out just like the batsman does. And I understand, obviously, there's not a lot of time. The catcher is probably not going to be able to predict while it's in the air and move his hand in time, right? But maybe the catcher moves back a step or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know what the solution is, but signals at all for what you're going to pitch before you pitch it. The pitcher should just know what he's going to pitch and pitch it. Yeah, and if the catcher can't catch it, the catcher can't catch it. That's my philosophy. That's how it goes. And you just need a better catcher, you know what I mean? Like, why is it the catcher telling the pitch what to throw? I played wicketkeeper as cricket for a very long time. I never even thought to tell the fucking bowler how to bowl the ball. That's his job. I'll catch it. You know what I mean? Like, throw it wherever, I will fucking catch it. And I think that's what it comes down to as well. You can't have signs stolen if you're not fucking throwing them out there doing these things, you know what I mean? Like, throw a curveball. Like, why is he doing sign language? I don't understand that aspect of the sport. I don't understand why the pitchers aren't just trusted to pitch what they need to pitch and the catchers don't just fucking catch it. And once it was determined that that was cheating, why aren't the players punished? I don't know. I think I have more questions than I have answers. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Always, as always, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, these guys are my patrons. If you want to give me money on a monthly basis, that'd be sick. If you just want to give me money, but you want to get stuff for it and you don't want to do it on a monthly basis, you could buy my merch. I've got a bunch of merch. Check the merch store. There's a link in the description. Buy some. That'd be sick. But yeah, I'm going to film some more reactions. I'm hopefully going to get them all edited and uploaded in time before the sport I want to watch tonight. But who knows? I might just film a huge backlog today and slowly drip feed them out to you through the week. We'll see. I'll see you when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks for watching.